everybody. Merry Christmas to you. We hope you have a great one. They said I had to dress up for Christmas dinner. Well, here's what they got. So we hope you have a Merry Christmas. I just want to do a quick shop update and show you a couple of little projects that I've been working on. That's why I haven't had any videos out in a couple of weeks. I've been focusing on some things for some people. And I will show you those two things here in just a second. And then after those two items, just answer a couple of questions that came up on the email and give you a little insight as to the video coming out next week. Now let's look at a couple of projects that I've been working on. One of my projects has been these 12 Days of Christmas Ornament Set. It's a Keepsake Ornament Set that I've made for a friend. And as you can see here, I've got one for every the 12 days. A partridge in a pear tree all the way down to the 12 drummers. And what I've done is I've made them out of 3 species of wood. 4 of them are walnut, 4 of them are cherry, and 4 of them are maple. And now the pattern for these was provided by Steve Good. You can get it free on his website. I'll leave a link in the description below, but Steve gives away so many good scroll saw patterns. And but I would encourage you, if you download a lot of his scroll saw patterns, leave him a donation because it takes work to make those. Now, what's also kind of cool is the package that I'm going to give them in. I came up with this little package. Those boxes I got from Uline. They're about 9 by 7, I think. And decorated a front with a little 12 Days of Christmas on it. And then I made a top cover that just says that your Keepsake Ornament Set was scroll sawn from the 3 different species, and what days were what. And just a little part of the Keepsake set. And then each day set in here. Usually what I'll do is I'll do 11 and 12. I'll put a piece of tissue paper in there, and then we'll go 9 and 10 and a piece of tissue paper, and 7 and 8 a piece of tissue paper, 5 and 6 a piece of tissue paper, 3 and 4 and then a piece of tissue paper, and then lastly we would put number 1 and number 2. And then our top piece, which has got some bubble wrap stuck to it, set it right there. It makes for a nice little package, and then they can store them. It was a lot of fun to make, and people will treasure that. Another little project I've been working on is we have a little 4-year-old in our extended family, and he's obsessed with trucks and wheels and things of that nature. It's a little fire truck scene that has a fire truck, 3 little men, some barricades. Gives him some realistic. The little ladder will come off, and then it stays affixed while he's playing with it. So he'll get a lot of enjoyment out of that. The little fire hose comes out of the truck. The nozzle is notched to fit up under the arm. To make him happy this Christmas. Well, I'm sure that those will make some people very happy, and they're a lot of fun to make. I really enjoyed the ornaments, and the fire truck is fun to make as well. The ornament patterns came from Steve Good, and they're free on his website. There is a spot on his website for donations, and I'd ask that you would give a little bit to Steve when you download his projects, because they're there for the taking. And the fire truck plan came from toymakingplans.com. It's available as well. Now, Eddie asked me, Lynn, I've had a lot of blanks to blow up on me, segmented blanks to blow up on me lately. Can you give me any ideas? Well, here's what I have kind of switched to over the months due to some failures. I have gone from, first of all, make sure your drill bits are sharp. First thing. I invested in a drill doctor. I keep my bits really, really sharp. And that helps keep them cool. And some water, denatured alcohol, close with a spray bottle helps out. I have also drill almost exclusively on my lathe. My drill press is, it's got just a little bit of wobble in it, and it creates too much vibration. I mean, I can make pins on my drill press, but my lathe is so much more precise and less vibration, and I keep it cool, and I just like drilling on my lathe. So that's one thing I've done. And I've also gotten away from two-part epoxy, especially when I'm using aluminum and acrylic or Aluma-Lite resin blanks. And if I'm using wood and aluminum, sometimes I'll use two-part epoxy. But I've gone to medium CA glue for the most part. And then sometimes I'll even wrap the blank with, say, gauze or masking tape, and then put CA glue around that. That helps reinforce it while you're drilling it and turning it. Depends on how complex the segment is. Just a few things that may help you from destroying blanks. There's a lot of work that goes into these segmented blanks, and you don't want them to fly apart on you on the lathe. Now, video coming out next week. Do you paint the inside of the tube for acrylic blanks sometimes when they're a little transparent? Do you paint the tube? Do you paint the inside of the blank? I've had guys tell me both ways, never paint the inside of the blank. Well, I'm going to run a little experiment. I'm going to cast some clear Aluma-Lite, and we're going to insert some tubes and do some drilling. We're going to do a complete variation of painting the tubes, painting the blanks, painting both, and we're going to see on clear acrylic so we can see what happens inside. Stay tuned for that. You pen makers might be interested in that one. Once again, just a quick video to say Merry Christmas, say thank you for your support for this past year. It's been a great ride. I really enjoy all the comments and the interaction I have from you guys, and we'd appreciate it if you'd subscribe, tell your friends about us, give us a thumbs up, and hit that little notification bell up there too. That way you'll know when I come out with a new video. Merry Christmas to everybody. Be creative, be safe, and be kind. Thanks a lot.